A solid race out of Darlington, as usual. It didn't compare at all to the Xfinity race, but I tell you what, Maury Gallagher and Richard Petty gotta be feeling pretty good this morning that their current driver and their driver for next year, and Noah Gragson, both won this weekend, and I'd say Petty GMS is in a solid spot to pop off. Eric Jones came out and just showed that all the little hints he's been dropping about being a major player in the Cup Series were not all for nothing. While it might not amount to much this year as far as the playoffs and championships go, I know that they are going to take this, they're going to carry this momentum, and I really have a good feeling about Petty GMS in 2023. Of the playoff drivers, honestly, it was Joey Logano, who really, I think, has been playing coy all year and not really going to that car's full potential. He seems, honestly, here in the last few weeks, he seems like a guy that's going to really contend with Chase Elliott for the favorite to win the championship. Like Joey Logano to me last night, while he didn't win the race, he was constantly in the top 10. Even when he had bad luck, he found a way back. He just seemed to have the poise and the resolve that a champion is going to need this year. And it's honestly scary because Joey Logano, whenever he's got a full head of steam, is really hard to stop. And if this is any indicator of what's going to happen, if I was the field, I'd be real nervous. Austin Dillon and Chase Briscoe were definitely the disappointments to me. I know that everybody kind of had them as first-round write-offs right away. I really had high hopes that Dillon would fare well in the first round and Briscoe might surprise us. But Dillon couldn't keep pace within the top 20, and neither could Briscoe before getting caught in the Elliott wreck. And honestly, both of them seem like they actually are going to live up to most fans' majority expectations and be the easy outs this year. Both Elliott and Larson had their struggles yesterday, but just like how Larson had the usual Hendrick rebound, I have no doubt that Chase Elliott is going to rebound and make you forget Darlington ever happened. I think that there really isn't anything to worry about with these two Hendrick cars. They always seem to magically find their way to get out of trouble and make it go away. Larson and Elliott have the best cars in the field every week, and they will be given every opportunity to make up for last night. I mean, Larson, for the most part, already made up for his, and I know Chase Elliott was disappointed. Feels like all the points lead that he had going into this race has just all been for nothing. But I personally have no doubt that either one of them will make it to the next round, and I still feel very strongly about Chase Elliott's chances of making it to the Final Four, even with this bad luck to start the year. He usually doesn't let bad luck stick around for too long. I don't know how they do it, but Hendrick just always finds a way to keep their flagship drivers in the hunt. And I mean, as for Bowman and Byron, we'll see after last night. I think my prediction of an early out with Byron might have been too hasty. He looked pretty solid, but we'll see. He was good here last time before Joey Logano overreacted and put him in the wall for no reason. So, I mean, we'll see if he continues to show the same strength at other tracks that he hasn't been, already had a good car at this year. I would say the biggest losers from last night, and the two that probably had the most to lose and actually lost it, were Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, both expiring from the race with car issues, but only Busch was the one who was leading at the time. And at a point in time, Kyle Busch, he seemed like he was going to walk away with the win, that things were going to start to look a little better for him. Maybe we were going to get a contract announcement this week, and it was just all sunshine and daisies. And now, it just seems like the racing gods have no mercy on him. This has to be just a total motivation and momentum killer for Busch. But with other great cars falling out, it doesn't end his hopes, but it definitely has got to hurt his pride, or just hurt, like I said, his motivation. He probably thought this was the best run he's had in a long time, and to just have that happen, a freak accident, like not even an accident, but a freak happenstance like that happen and take you out of a race. I mean, that's just as big of a gut punch as getting caught up in a wreck. Kevin Harvick is a guy I had high hopes going into the playoffs, but he definitely got himself into a major hole, and I'm genuinely worried about him. As far as making it not only to the next round, but making it further from this, it's definitely a hole that he's going to have to dig and climb out of. His car erupted into flames, and the nearly 50-year-old driver was not happy about it after the race. He went off on NASCAR and the entire next-gen process with the vigor of a 20-year-old Happy Harvick. And, I get it. He's pissed. His playoff chances took a major hit, and he needed to vent. I don't even necessarily disagree with him. I think that NASCAR has changes that need to be made, but just, I can't comprehend why he is just every week getting out of the car, having something bad to say, and he clearly hates driving these cars. He's clearly not happy with the state of NASCAR right now, but he remains driving. Just like why Tom Brady would rather let his marriage crumble than just retire, I don't understand why Harvick is coming back to these cars when he clearly hates them. He seems to be in just absolute disgust of where our sport is, and instead of just walking away with all his accolades, he's choosing to stay and suffer. And, that's not a shot at him. I know we need to let these drivers have a voice and be vocal about issues and the cars and safety and performance, but it must not be that horrible if you're still choosing to go out there every week and race, not only this year, but in 2023, obviously. Overall, I think that a lot of storylines unfolded last night. I think we are still on pace to see an expected first round. I don't think we're going to see any major upsets unless Harvick can't rebound, but I still have faith that he's going to get it done. It's Kevin Harvick after all. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a great day.